The Freedom Design Blueprint, Rethinking Ownership in a Digital World. Have you ever felt trapped by the very things you thought would bring you freedom? That house with the 30-year mortgage, the career path that seemed secure but now feels like a cage, the possessions that were supposed to make life better but somehow just complicate everything. I've been there too, and what I discovered changed everything for me. Today I want to talk about a different approach to freedom, one that flips traditional thinking on its head. It's about designing intentional freedom through strategic access rather than traditional ownership. Let's be honest, we've all been sold a specific life script. Go to school, get a good job, buy a house, accumulate stuff, work for 40 years, then retire. It's what success is supposed to look like, but for many of us, that path doesn't actually deliver the freedom we crave. What if there's another way, a way that gives you more control over your time, your location, your finances, and your purpose? The core idea is surprisingly simple: own nothing, control everything. But don't misunderstand, this isn't about having nothing. It's about strategically choosing access over ownership whenever it increases your freedom. Think about it. When you own a house, you're not just getting shelter. You're taking on a mortgage, property taxes, maintenance costs, and most importantly, you're anchoring yourself to one location. That's a lot of freedom to sacrifice. Now imagine instead having the flexibility to live wherever serves you best at any given moment. Maybe that's Bali for 6 months, then Portugal, then back home near family. With today's technology and housing options, this isn't just for 20-something digital nomads anymore. The same principle applies to so many areas of life. Do you need to own a car, or would a car service give you more flexibility with less hassle? Do you need a permanent office, or would a co-working membership serve you better? But let me address the elephant in the room: stability and security. I get it. The idea of letting go of traditional ownership can feel incredibly risky. How do you maintain income? How do you ensure your future is protected? This is where intentional design comes in. True security doesn't come from rigid structures that can collapse all at once. It comes from flexibility, adaptability, and multiple streams of income that follow you anywhere. Consider Sarah, a marketing professional who felt trapped in her 9-to-5. Instead of quitting outright, she identified her most marketable skills and started freelancing on evenings and weekends. Over time, she built a client base solid enough to make the leap. By maintaining her day job until she was ready, she managed the risk while building her escape route. Or take Michael, who dreamed of traveling but worried about financial stability. He developed trading systems that generate income regardless of his location, while embracing lower-cost countries that stretched his dollars further. The key was having clear risk management strategies for his market activities and approaching new cultures with respect and openness. Then there's Jennifer and her family, who felt burdened by their suburban home. They sold their house, freed up the capital for income-generating investments, and now use flexible housing options that allow them to live near family when needed, but explore other locations when desired. They traded the potential appreciation of one property for vastly increased lifestyle options and reduced overhead. Now, I'm not suggesting this path is for everyone, and I'm definitely not saying it's easy. It requires intentional design across multiple areas of life. You need spiritual clarity about your purpose and values to guide your decisions. You need financial systems that generate income regardless of your location. You need a global mobility strategy that considers residency, taxation, and practical logistics. You need to master your time so you control your schedule, not an employer. You need emotional resilience to navigate change and uncertainty with confidence. And you need to be clear about what experiences truly matter to you so you can pursue those instead of just accumulating stuff. The beautiful thing is that when these elements align, you create a level of freedom most people never experience. You gain the ability to design your life according to your deepest values rather than external expectations. Is it challenging? Absolutely. Will there be setbacks? Of course. But I found that the journey toward intentional freedom is worth every obstacle along the way. So ask yourself, what would true freedom look like for you? What traditional ownership structures might actually be limiting that freedom? And what small step could you take today toward a more intentionally designed life? Remember, this isn't about abandoning all stability or taking reckless risks. It's about thoughtfully examining what truly serves your freedom and what might be constraining it in ways you haven't recognized. Until next time, design your freedom with faith and intention.